Welcome back to Project Cars 2, everybody. You guys asked for it. You showed awesome support on the last video. Thank you so much for that. We are here at Road America. This is one of my favorite tracks to race. And we're going to be doing some multi-class racing involving LMP1, LMP2, LMP3, and GTE class, as you can see in the grid here. Before anybody else gets on track, let's rush out there and try and set some qualifying time. Deciding what view we're going to go with here. Now, I have never ever driven this car, so we'll see how this goes. I'm going to turn up the tractor control to 0.3, turn up our ABS, as this is going to actually be my first time ever driving this car. I'm going to have to test the waters. It already feels incredibly fast and twitchy. Wow. I was not ready for that. Wow. It has its own ERS battery control, so I won't have to worry too much about that. Already maxing out the top speed though. Might want to go with a little bit longer gearing here. Whoa. Oh my goodness, this thing feels fast. Wow. First time driving it, and it feels right at home. Do have to be very careful on the throttle inputs though. Very violently fast. Whoa, when he goes in the grass. Didn't know AI could do such a thing in this game. Taking this flat out little bit of instability there. That was crazy. Traction control definitely saved me. We got 5 LMP1 cars in the race today.
Go for pole, you can take it, come on.
Getting a little bit of a slipstream off the guy behind us there. Let's gun for a fast lap here. No talking. Let's go. Little loosey-goosey there on that last section. That definitely lost me some time. But I felt very fast otherwise. The only real issue I had with this car was gearing. And we go across the line with the fastest time, but we're also the first person to actually set a time. So here's the tuning menu. I didn't go too into depth about this when I actually made my Project Cars 2 video, but here it is. You can see we have tires, downforce in this section, suspension over here. I'm not really going to change too much of this as I'm not really well versed in it. I'm more well versed in engine. Oh my goodness, we had way too much fuel for a qualifying lap. Bring that down to like 3 laps, 4 laps. Wow, wow, wow. All right. Let's actually extend our final drive to a 3.5. Give me a little bit more traction control and change my ABS just slightly. Differential, I don't know how to mess with this either, so we're just not going to. And we'll go out for another lap. Let's go. Qualifying lap number 2. And it looks like we're going to be furthering ourselves from second place here as we cross the line, a 146.98. That felt very, very quick. Lowering the fuel made this car much, much lighter and made our qualifying much stronger. I'm really happy with that lap. I don't feel as if I need to go out for another one. So I think what we're going to do is just sit in the pits here and monitor some of our other drivers. Let's watch second place, see how his lap is going. I'm kind of curious to see if there are spots where he's making good time and I'm not. Gets a better exit. Oh, and he's pitting in, so he's not going to take the shot at another qualifying lap. Let's go to third place and see if they're going to make the same decision. Yay! So we've qualified first by 3.8 seconds. We've qualified first. Maybe I need to turn up the difficulty a little bit more next time for the next race. But I'll take that as a win for sure. First place for tomorrow's race. We're going to jump over there right now. We'll see you guys in a minute. All right. We're at the race. 10 laps long, which means I already need to do some tuning changes, mainly to fuel. Let's turn that up to 11 laps so I can run it in rich fuel mode for a little bit longer without having to worry about potential fuel loss. Differential, yeah, we're not going to change any of that other stuff. Let's just leave it on soft slick tires. That'll be fine. And we'll hit save, and we'll save over our new setup as race. With that being said, let's get to the start line and get ready for the lights out.
Okay, let's get a nice clean start. Control the wheel spin. Watch those mirrors.
Why has it got Canadian flags on it? I'm not Canadian. The Audi behind me either jumped the start or got a way better launch than I did. The traction control kind of bogged me down. Oh, my brakes are cold. Wow, I was not expecting that. Let's try and get away from these guys now. Put as much space between me and second as I can. Wow, that felt good. All right, it's a clean start from us. Not sure how it's going back there. We're starting to put some distance in the car now. Look at that line of cars back there. That is absolute chaos. We're going to break it to 200 here. Try not to strike the rumble strip. That'll slow us down massively. get off the rumble strip again on the way out of the corner. We're in third gear, up to fourth, back down to third. We're going to coast through Corvette corner here, heading up to the fast right-hander. Really extending it out all the way, possibly too much with a little clip of the grass there. Lawn mowing service at Road America. The most expensive lawnmower you've ever seen, an LMP1 car, ladies and gentlemen. Going through the carousel here, getting a little anxious to accelerate out. We're obviously running slower than our fastest lap, as our fastest lap was a flying lap, and this is a lap from a dig. Again, that line of cars back there is so menacing looking here. We're 2.8 seconds up on second place as I try and keep this car under control. The moment this car gets a kick of battery, it just wants to go. So anxious under power. Good thing I turned up the traction control. I legitimately do not think I'd be able to control this thing without it. Second and third place. I guess I really am going to have to turn up the difficulty. Fastest lap of the race. Awesome. Yeah, we're really going to have to turn up the opponent difficulty for the potential series in this game. I turned them to, I believe, 65 or 60 for their difficulty, as that's usually the difficulty I run on Xbox. But then again, I am using a controller on Xbox instead of being on PC, using a steering wheel. It is much, much easier to drive fast in this game on a steering wheel. But I talked about in my previous video how you can still play this game quite well on a controller. It's still doable. It is a lot more difficult and maybe a little less consistent, but it is still definitely possible. If you guys also, that's a good point, if you guys want to see an open lobby on Project Cars 2, leave it in the comments below. That is something I'd also like to get a bunch of you guys together, maybe post on Instagram or Twitter, another thing I'll link in the comments below. I would post on Instagram or Twitter and then basically get whoever wanted to join in, because you can have 16 people in a race in this game online, and basically I could host an open lobby, and then you guys could all join it. We could do some Project Cars 2 racing. I think that'd be awesome to get the community together. Whoa, some snap oversteer there. Not going to give me a penalty for it though. And we could set up an open lobby with a bunch of you guys, which I think would be really fun to get some multi-class open lobby races going. Hey, we got past those GTE cars pretty easy. That was not stressful at all. I thought that was going to be way worse than it actually was. I wasn't so sure how I was going to feel, as I don't really drive LMP cars that often, not even really in Forza or GT Sport, so this was kind of, yep, passing on the inside, turn one. I wasn't really sure how I was going to like driving this car, but after qualifying and after actually driving it, it actually feels really, really planted. I'm having some tire heat issues with the front right tire. I think that's because it's technically considered the outside tire at Road America, so it's a little bit harder to keep the heat in. I'm still trying to push this car as much as I can. So I was fastest in Sector 1, Sector 2, Sector 3, and I had the fastest lap of the session. But I also am in an LMP1 car, so it's not really surprising. If we were all in LMP1 cars, maybe it'd be a little different. But because this is multi-class, things are going to be a little bit different. You're going to have a large variety of different lap times from GTE through the LMP classes. A little touch of the rumble strip there kind of gave me some understeer. I was kind of scared I was going to hit the grass there, but I pulled it back. Yeah, that front left tire is wearing out. Must be the inside tire for this track. This has been a real sloppy lap. 2.7 seconds positive split. Not a clean lap for me, but we aren't necessarily running the grippiest tires anymore, and the battery's kind of been beat up throughout this race. But we're about to cross the checkered flag. Road America, everybody. An awesome, awesome track. Woo! first place. First place, miles behind. Ha, that's a funny pun of a name. But with that race being over, I think it's time to end this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for your support on the previous Project Cars video. Remember to like the video if you want to see more Project Cars 2 content. Comment what other races you want to see, maybe what classes you want to see run on what track. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss my next few videos. Peace.